Once upon a time Lord Buddha was preaching a sermon at Savatthi to his disciples. As usual, all the devoted gods were also listening to this sermon. While the sermon was going on, the king who was ruling this area passed by with a lot of soldiers, king men, and with luxurious carts, and with a parade of horsemen. This king, though ordained with luxurious worldly means physically and greedy with attachment mentally, was suffering from so many ailments, decided to see the Supreme Lord Buddha and unveiled his difficulties. The king immediately asked his horsemen to halt. Then the obese king with the greatest difficulty got off the cart and went to Lord Buddha. His men helped him to remove his shoes, and with clasped hands, he went near Lord Buddha and said, "Pardon me, Lord, can I please talk to you?" The Lord Buddha's disciples went to the side as the king wanted to talk to the Lord Buddha. Then, Lord Buddha said, "Yes, you can," and asked him to sit. The obese king found it extremely difficult to sit as he was fat and was not used to sitting down because he always sits on his armchair cushioned and gilt with gold decorations. He was changing his posture every now and then, and Lord Buddha, knowing the reason, wanted him to self-realize, hence asked him, "Dear king, what made you see me today?" Then he kept on saying a load of vows, and Lord Buddha, who was so compassionate, with a gentle smile asked the king, "Dear king, you are finding it difficult to sit, am I correct?" "Yes, Lord Buddha," said the king, and further said, "Pardon me, Lord, I cannot bend and respect you though I ought to, due to my obesity and drowsiness." "What are the other issues you have?" Lord Buddha asked him. "Dear Lord Buddha, I have a strong appetite, I cannot control my mind. I eat extremely a lot, I love to have opulent dinners, love to sleep long hours, and I love to procrastinate and wonder, sitting on my armchair. I always think of my comfort more than being in service to others in my kingdom. I am suffering from pain," further said the obese king. Lord Buddha, seeing the luxurious lifestyle and knowing where he is coming from, asked the king, "Do you want to know the cause of your ailments?" "Yes, certainly, dear Lord Buddha, please let me know, I want to educate myself." The Lord Buddha, knowing his eagerness to learn, told him, "The answers to your issues were within you. You said it yourself, just a few seconds ago, but you cannot see the culprit by yourself. So let me tell you the issues," said Lord Buddha. "There are 5 things which produce the condition in which you complain: opulent dinners, love of sleep, hankering after pleasure, thoughtlessness, and lack of occupation." The king, who didn't notice this, but told Lord Buddha when Lord Buddha questioned, now realized and nodded his head and listened very carefully to Buddha's answers. "Exercise self-control at your meals and take on yourself some duties that will exercise your abilities and make you useful to your fellow men. If you follow this advice, you will prolong your life with happiness and good health." The king remembered the words of the Buddha, thanked him for giving the wisdom, clasped his palm, worshipped him with difficulty, and went to the palace happily. Years passed by. The wealthy king recovered his lightness and youthfulness and decided to see Lord Buddha to honor him for physically being happy by living a simple lifestyle. This time he came without horses and other luxuries. The king said to Lord Buddha, "You have cured my bodily ailments. I have now come to seek enlightenment of the mind." Buddha then said, "Worldly possessions nourish the body while wise thinking nourishes the mind. Getting absorbed in fulfilling one's desires leads to ruin, but following the path of wisdom leads to protection from harm and a long healthy life. In life, if we sit and fill our bellies, sleep too much, idle all over, and chase pleasure without being useful for ourselves, our families, our neighborhood, and the entire society, we are not going to be happy physically, nor will we be happy mentally. Always try to have a balance between physical nourishment and mental nourishment. You could set goals in life, however mentally and physically one has to nourish them, which would take one's life beyond goals. This would enable you to see what the universe will offer you in return.